Hi guys, welcome to Didedi's Crafty Corner. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my project for the Oh So Inspired collaboration, which is hosted by Crafty Al. Call me Crafty Al here on YouTube, hosts this every month, and this is for the month of May. So our inspiration piece this month came from a YouTube video from Sparkling Char. I was so excited about this one because I follow her and her YouTube channel. So this was super fun for me. And this was all about making a recipe book out of a composition notebook, or a mini recipe book out of a composition notebook. So let me go ahead and show you what I came up with, what I was thinking about, and then my final project. Let's get started. So for this project, I wanted to pull items that I already had in my crafty arsenal, if you will. So I had a few composition notebooks of different sizes. I had this little bitty mini one, which I really thought would be a little bit too small. I had the regular one from the Dollar Tree, and I didn't want to go get it cut down like Char did, like Sparkling Char did. So I kind of ruled that one out. And then I had these blank books that you can pick up at the dollar spot of Target. When school starts, they come through in a package, or pretty much any teaching supply store. And it's just a white book, which I always have in stock because I make little books for my grandchildren with all of our stamping and crafty stuff. So I thought it was the perfect size actually for a small book. And as you can see, there are the measurements right there. And I pulled a very old pad of paper that I had gotten at Joann's or Michael's or someplace years and years ago. I think I've only used one piece out of it up until the day that I started this project. And it was a kitchen theme, and I thought this paper would be super cute. So I'm going to make a little recipe book using these supplies. And I'm just going to show you a few of the things that I've done, and then I will show you the actual book that I came up with in its entirety, because really you can watch so many videos on how to put it together. So I've taken my book, and I'm going to be adding a piece of ribbon to the outside edge of the book. And to do that, I'm going to be using hot glue. So I've just taken a piece of ribbon from my stash. I've added a little bit of hot glue, and I'm going to use that ribbon as like the black book end of the composition notebook. You know how the composition notebook has the black spine? That's the word I'm looking for, spine. I wanted mine to be pink, and then I'm going to add my paper up to that spine. So I'm using hot glue to attach it down, and then I'm just going to take my paper that I've trimmed to be the same size, and I'm going to be gluing that down on the top of the book. So to do that, I tried a couple of different mediums as far as glue goes. And I took my ribbon, and I'm just going to poke it down into the hole. So you just take the ribbon and you take a sharp object and you poke it down into the spine. You can add a little bit of glue if you want to. I do this on quite a few of the books that I make for my grandkids, and it works really, really well. So the glue that I ended up using is just Mod Podge. So as I started making it for the outside of the book, I was using Mod Podge. As I got into the middle of the book, I just used a spray adhesive, and that worked fantastic. I put it in my spray box, I sprayed it down, and then added it to the pages. Now, I did glue my pages together. So for each page that you see, that you're going to see in the book, I have glued 2 pages together. And that was just because this book is so thin, I didn't want it to be extra fat, extra thick, and be falling apart. And it still was a little bit. I had to fix it in a couple of places. So I've taken this cute, super, super cute paper, and I put it on the front of the book. I'm going to be placing that same paper on the back of the book, and then I'm going to be using, I believe, that same paper for the pockets right on the inside of the book. So I just took some Mod Podge, and I'm going to glue it right to the very edge of where that ribbon is. And then we'll go ahead and I'll show you that, and then we'll get started on the couple of pages on the inside of the book. I almost forgot to mention, on the front of the book, I did use the Mod Podge glue to glue down the front piece, but all around the edges of the book I did use score tape. So I used the thicker score tape and I put it right around the edges just to make sure that my book would be really secure, and then I used the Mod Podge, and then for the rest of the book on the inside I just used the spray adhesive. So all right, now let's get on to the inside of the book. And here's the front and the back. Super, super cute. Super, super cute. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue the pages together on the inside and work on my back panels. On the back panels, I'm using a piece of the paper, which was a pink gingham, and a couple of the pieces that were left over from the front and the back of the book, and I'm going to be making a pocket for it. So to do that, I just took a piece that was just slightly larger than the width of my pages, and I scored them 1/8 of an inch on either side, and maybe I think it was about 1/4 of an inch on the bottom, and I just used score tape, running it down the outside edge of my score mark to make the pocket on both sides, and then I used a piece of thicker score tape on the bottom. And when I put it together, all I did was I made sure that I laid over my side pieces first, so that it would glue down. I took the tape off so that it would glue down to the bottom piece, and then I took all of the tape off and went ahead and applied it to the book. So what that does is that gives you a pocket without having to add any extra pieces, and it's super sturdy. It doesn't hold a thick amount of papers, but I was able to stick a few pieces of cardstock in there, so that's about equivalent to 4 printed out recipes if you wanted to stick that in there. And then at the very end, on all of the places where I had a pocket, I took my hole punch and I added a little hole punch in there to make getting to smaller pieces of paper easier. So as you can see, I just took the score tape and I put it all around the edges. Anything that was hanging over, I went ahead and I trimmed it off. And like I said, I put my side pieces, I stuck my side pieces down first and then laid over my bottom piece so that it caught, and that gives me a secure inner pocket where nothing can slide out or fall out of any holes. And it worked quite well. I did that for all the pockets inside of this book. So let's go ahead and get that stuck in, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the front part of the book as well. Isn't that super cute? Actually, this one is the front side of the book. I did it on the back and I also did it on the front. The only thing I'm not showing you here is that I did go ahead and put a little tab, a little circle. I used my circle punch and made a little circle on there. And that just made such a cute pocket, and it matched so very well. So for the rest of the book, I'm going to pick out some fun papers and spice it up a little bit, and then I will show you what it all looks like at the end. So stay tuned. Okay, so the book is completed. Guys, this was such a fun project. I had so much fun with it. So I'm going to show it to you. It is connected with, this is just hot glued on. It's a piece of ribbon, and it's got a piece of Velcro here. There's my spine, and there's the front and the back of the book. So let's go ahead and open it up. Like I said, it's Velcroed, and I'm going to give you a peek at it. I think it turned out so cute. This is going to be going to my daughter for her to put some handmade recipes in that she's collecting. So let's go ahead and get started. So when you open it up, there's the first and the second page. So as you can see, I put this little tab in here. We have a pocket. I cut out a coffee cup with my brother's scanning cut and did some etching on it, and I put that up there so she could write a little recipe up there if she wanted to, or she can stick a recipe inside the pocket. And as you can see, there is a ton of space in here to put recipes in, so this worked out pretty cute. I added a piece of ribbon here just to give it a little more feminine touch, and then here is where she would write the next recipe. The next page is all done out in grill and cookouts, and again we have some nice trim and some nice pockets that she can add recipes to and just stick them down in there. The next page is a place where she can write in recipes, and I've decorated it with a little mitten and a little ribbon there, and I just really enjoyed doing this so very much. And then we have a little space where she could write coffee recipes if she wanted to. I thought this was such cute paper. I added just a little place to write some iced coffee recipes or something, and then I adorned it with some little embellishments that I had from Doodlebug, and I think it turned out super, super cute. And the next one, she can write in, this is just paper with nothing on it. She can write this in easily here, and I thought that could be a page for like desserts or sweets. And then I thought this page could be like for salads, for her favorite salads that she's created. So I put a little beet and a little tomato on there. Super, super cute. Super cute. And then I did the same paper that we did before with all the grill stuff on it, but I added some vellum pockets so you could see through it. So this pocket actually is from the side. So you can stick something, you can stick a little recipe in from the side. And this pocket's a little bit higher up and it's on the top. And again, they both are notched, so it's really easy to put something in there. And then here's the last page. And I did another little area where she can write a recipe. And then I have a few of these cards in different colors that she can add into the book as well to write recipes wherever there was a pocket. So I made these little additional cards that she can put in or out, and I'm adding that in there with it. And then, like I said, it just kind of closes up and it all comes back together with a little Velcro. So that is my book, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will leave the links to everybody else. Make sure you follow them as well. And I will follow their creations for this month's collaboration. And don't forget to pop on over and say hi to Call Me Crafty Al. I'll leave her link below as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really, really, truly enjoyed doing this. And isn't this paper adorable, guys? So stinking adorable. So again, that's a very old pad. I don't think you can get it anymore. And if I would go back and do this again, I would love, and I just might do it. I would like to make another one of these, but without doing it in this kind of a book form. I would really like to do it where I made the pages myself so I could make them as thick as I wanted to. Because as you can see there, it doesn't quite line up. You know, the more you stick in there, the fatter the book gets, and this is a hardcover book. So that's about the only thing that I didn't quite like about it, but it's super cute. I cannot wait to give it to my daughter. I enjoyed this so very much. I hope you guys try to do something like this as well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!